Howdy y'all and hello all. Welcome back to O State All Day. In my last video I alluded to some of the Heisman talk that's going on at the moment. That is going to be something that I'm covering very quickly. But before I did that, I just noticed, I looked at one of my old YouTube videos and I was asking for comments, but somehow there's not the ability to comment. I'm going to try to fix that with this video. So if you watched the top 3 MMA UFC fighters from Oklahoma State University and you couldn't comment on it because I didn't know what I was doing, I'm going to try to make it to where you can comment on this one. So feel free to kind of segue those together, right? But what I did want to talk about is Bedlam dying or dead? According to Mike Gundy, head coach at Oklahoma State University, he didn't really mince words when he talked to the media about the whole concept of Bedlam not being a thing anymore, primarily in football. He did say that he wasn't opposed to seeing it in other sports. I think that he can even see the validity it has to the state of Oklahoma in and of itself. Now, if you ask OU fans, they'll pretend all day and every day, like, it's not a rivalry. Our rivalry is Texas. Sure, that's cool. But the last decade, the games have been awesome to watch. Do we come out on the wrong side of it? Quite often, yeah, we do. But nonetheless, we've proven over time that we can match up player for the most part. Right now, I would argue that our coaching staff is better than theirs. I do know that a lot of people are in love with Jeff Lebby. I personally like Venables coming back to OU, personally. But am I the only one here that thinks that we should continue to play them, right? I do know that what Gundy said is very accurate. Oklahoma State University had no hand in OU and Tejas basically, skirting everybody in the Big 12 and bouncing for the SEC. From a financial perspective, you can't really fault them, okay? But at the same time, their fan base is up in arms about Gundy or Oklahoma State University in general not really caring if Bedlam continues or not, right? Matter of fact, Gundy even said that people just need to get over it and we need to focus on what we can control from here on out. I like the idea that we have games with teams like Alabama and Oregon on the horizon in the schedule, so I do think that it would be pretty stupid to cancel those games to squeeze in OU, right? I'm completely on board with keeping the games that we already have. But at the same time, in my opinion at the moment, we are winning the recruiting battle in the state of Oklahoma, which for a large portion of my life, that was not even a conversation that could pretend to be had, okay? With them going to the SEC and us potentially being, one of the new candle bearers, I guess you could say, for the Big 12 moving forward, it just, rubs me the wrong way, right? It almost makes it look like we're tucking tail, like we don't want to play OU. I don't get that from the fan base. I get it from the OU side on Twitter, obviously. But at the same time, the continuation of that game does nothing but help our recruiting. So I do think that it would be a lost opportunity for us not to renew the Bedlam rivalry at some point in time. Because getting a SEC win every year, every other year, something to that effect, in the first 3 or 4 games of the season, that's going to be massive, right? And obviously it would be good for OU as well to keep that dynamic going. But at the same time, I get where Gundy's coming from. I like the position that we are in at the moment as a football school mixed in with the other sports that we've always been known for, right? Football's kind of been on the back burner while we excel in other sports. I think the tide has turned and times are changing. So I don't like giving up on the OU rivalry at the moment when things are clicking in the right way. But anyways, I'll see if I can fix the comments section. So feel free to dive in there. If you have anything to say about the top 3 UFC fighters that I posted earlier, please feel free to dive in on this comment thread, and hopefully I fixed it. Until next time, stay tuned. I love you guys. Go Pokes.